New, returning. Have you been here before? Okay. New, awesome. This is awesome. And you guys get a great view of, isn't that cool? Yeah. It looks down. So this is an interactive class, so if you do want to come up and help, I can't have the little kids doing knives, but if you do want to come up and help, it's meant to be showing you how to do things, not me just demoing everything, so definitely come up and help. So I'm Kelly with Gia's Italian Kitchen. Thank you so much for being here. This is part of our Marion Library cooking series. I do this once a month where we do kind of a Thursday, Sunday combo. Sometimes this month we're just doing Thursday because there's election stuff or I don't know what's happening over the weekend here in the library. But we are going to make a beautiful dinner tonight of rosemary chicken. Here are some insane rosemary. This is out of my garden. And this is about like 1/10 of my plant. Wow. It's crazy. It's about this big. And every year I transplant it into a big container and put it in and it looks like death over the winter, and then I plant it again outside in the spring and it comes back to life and it's all happy, and now it's literally like this big. Wow. So we are going to actually use these as the skewers for the chicken. So that's why there's so much of it. So that's going to be delicious, and then we'll make a little marinade. Then we're going to do a fennel salad. So here's all the fennel. These are kind of little. I was just telling these gals earlier, usually the bulbs are a lot bigger, especially now when it's summertime, I think. But this is fennel. This is what fennel looks like. It kind of tastes a little bit like black licorice celery is how I would describe it. It's very fresh and crunchy. It's used, sometimes you could use it in soups or stews. What I typically use it in is like a ratatouille, which is an awesome dish. And if you've never tried that, I have a recipe on my website and my YouTube. You're welcome to go grab that, where all the tomatoes and the zucchinis in your garden make a beautiful ratatouille. This adds a really nice flavor to the ratatouille and a crunch to it when you've got the other things kind of getting mushy. So that's a really fun thing. What we're going to do with it tonight is make a salad. So this is a typical salad in Italy that is used at special occasions. Oh, I should turn myself on. They got these fancy videos and microphones. Test, test. There. Well, that's better. There, okay. At a holiday. So usually like the Epiphany is definitely like my grandma always would serve this. It's a very simple salad with pecorino romano and a vinaigrette. So it may sound a little weird, but I hope you all want to try it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. That's kind of what I am here to do is show you how to do things, but also show you how to do it easily. Some people get a little intimidated when they think about Italian food. Really, it's simple ingredients, fresh ingredients, pretty easy recipes. Of course, you can make them complicated, and some of them are, but a lot of it is really basic, whole foods that are just delicious. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do these two recipes that are really pretty, hopefully not intimidating. So what you have in front of you are your class packets. It has the grocery list and the recipes that we're going to make tonight. So those packets are yours to keep tonight. You can take those home and scribble in them. All my contact information is in there so that if you would like to look up additional recipes such as the ratatouille, there's over 100 videos on my YouTube channel where I've either we've recorded, here at the library, or I record at home, cooking things. Those are all there, for you to check out. And the other two things that I offer are private group classes, which is like a private dinner party. So like I could come to your house. We could actually, I've done them here before too. And we do a full dinner, and we do a menu, and you kind of have a dinner party with your friends, and I'm kind of, orchestrating the dinner, and you're socializing, and then you have this beautiful meal at the end. The other offering that I have is an employer team building class. So if you have a culture program at your company, we can either at the kitchen, if you have one, or here, do a team building event for cooking. So those are in your packets as well, so check those out and just spread the word to let folks know that I'm here and what I have to offer. So let's get started. If you would like to help, I need two. See, Jack's already, he didn't even wait for me to turn around. Jack's he's a good helper. Jack, do you want to use the mandolin since you know how to use a mandolin? Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to use a mandolin. If you have not, Jack will use it, but I'll show you. If you don't, obviously you can just use a knife. What we're going to do is cut some onions and fennel. So really what I want this for is the fennel, because we want it really, really thin for the salad so that you can not have a super tart bite, and enjoy a little bit of the vinaigrette. Okay, so, although we're not going to use the mandolin yet, Jack, because we need to do the vinaigrette first. But we're going to do the onion. You want to start with the onion? Sure. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually start with the marinade for the chicken, because we want to get that going. Make the marinate the chicken, and then we'll kind of move to the salad. So what I'm going to do is kind of go back and forth between these two so that we can finish them together and that you guys can all get a tasting of both at the end. So I'm going to actually turn the ovens on. We need 425 for the chicken, and I actually have a little bit of bread that's not in the menu, but I thought I would give you a little baguette with your plate. So I'm going to just turn both of these on. Okay, and then I'm going to start with the chicken. Does anyone else want to come up and help? You know what? You can come up and taste, but I can't have you cut. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyone else? Yeah, come on up.
That's not the onions, right?
Oh yeah, yes.
Because I think I will be.
That's totally fine. Yep. I can do the onion on that side, and then if you want to do the chicken. You want to do the chicken? Sure. Okay, let me get these open. So, hand wash. Jack, do you want a apron? Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's get these open. So the marinade for the chicken is really very simple. It's the rosemary. Sorry. Olive oil. Actually, could you get me one of those trays back there, the silver ones, without the paper? Yeah. Sorry, I should have done this beforehand. Actually, you want to hold it for me? Yep. Okay, let's just get this transferred.
When you buy chicken, do you just buy any chicken or?
I buy, try not to step there, I need to wash that. My preference, so this is boneless, skinless chicken, and I want to buy, and Jack and I were actually talking about this before you guys got here. I like to buy organic as much as I can because I don't want the pesticides and the hormones and all of that crap in my chicken, but I know can get expensive. So, if you can find a package that says no steroids on it, I mean, that's better, because if the chicken has been given steroids, you're eating what they ingested, right? So, I try to keep that in mind with really anything that I'm buying, but that does get a little costly. Okay, so if you want to you can just put that tray right there, and then we're going to cut the chicken up into bite-sized pieces.
Okay, is that what you want me to do?
Yeah, and then let me get you the bowl.
Now, do I cut off the little pieces of fat?
Yes, cut off the pieces of fat, and then if you want to just put them back on this tray, and then we'll discard those at the end. And then I'm going to give you this big bowl to put the chicken in when they're cut. Okay, then I'm going to come over here and keep going with the marinade.
Okay.
So,
about the right size.
perfect. Yep, no, perfect. Yep, so then we'll skewer those onto the rosemary. So I'm gonna do the garlic and then we'll head to the rosemary. So this is one of my favorite tricks. If you've been to one of my classes, you've heard this before, but I hate shucking garlic. I know there's like 10 million little gadgets to, shuck the garlic, but it drives me crazy. So I buy these, you can buy them actually like at Sam's. This is just from Hy-Vee. The Sam's bag is probably 3 times the size of this, and they all come pre-shucked. So what we're gonna do tonight, and 2 of you will get a little take-home container as a little prize.
Where do you find those at Hy-Vee? I can't ever.
They do not have them all the time.
Okay.
I have been looking for weeks, and all of a sudden this week they had them, and so I bought like 4 of these and did a bunch of these at home, but I brought one for tonight. It's over by like where the mushrooms are,
Okay.
where where the fresh cut, or where they have the little containers, the plastic containers of herbs, the little tiny ones. It's right next to it, hanging there in the refrigerator section,
Wow.
and they don't always have them.
No. Okay.
No. That may be a COVID thing, I'm not really sure. Let me wipe this up. All right. But what my trick here that I love to do is we're gonna put the garlic in the Cuisinart or a food processor. You can dice this up, but like this is like the super awesome trick to this. Because we're gonna do it eventually with that whole bag. And then you're gonna have garlic for weeks and months because you can put it in here and then we'll fill this up with olive oil. It'll stay in the freezer for like 3-4 months. And then whether you're making a stir fry or a soup or a sauce or a marinade, you take it out of the fridge and you put it in the bowl and like all this work is done. So I have this in my fridge, 1 in the fridge and probably 3 or 4 in the freezer at all times. And then I buy more. And I give these as gifts because people love them. And they're like, oh my gosh, I never thought of doing that. So, and you put the olive oil in the jar, which I'll show you in a bit.
Do you put a spice in there too?
No. I just put the garlic and the olive oil. And the olive oil kind of helps to not oxidize the garlic. So it kind of helps preserve it a little bit. And then obviously it's flavoring your olive oil. So I'm going to just do all of these. The other thing that you can do in this way is if you have a lot of herbs. You've got, you know what, Jack? I need those smaller. Think about marinade, not bite-sized pieces. So like if you can get them kind of minced, that would be awesome. And if you want, we can put them in the Cuisinart when I'm done with the garlic. That would be fine too. Okay. So you've got, all these herbs coming up. You've got your rosemary and your basil. I've got some thyme and sage, and parsley even. And you're like, I can't use it all. And then it's all gonna die and it's gonna be winter, right? You could do this with a lot of these herbs, mince them, put some olive oil on them and throw them in your freezer, and it is gonna do the same thing to preserve them over time into the winter. Especially the basil. We made a lot of pesto. We've made pesto here a few weeks ago, but you can only make so much pesto, right? So you can do that with the basil. Just crunch the basil, add some olive oil, put it in a jar, throw it in the freezer. I'm gonna get these totally minced. Hang on, loud noise. And if you don't own one of these little food processors, I highly recommend getting one of these. You can get these at Target or Walmart. They've got this size. They've got larger ones which are like 12, 13, 14 cups. I make my pesto, I make my hummus, I make my pizza dough, my pasta dough, not this little one, but the big one. This is the best appliance that I own. Okay. So just to do one of these little jars. It's super, super minced. So Cuisinart is awesome. It's not, there's other brands. I call it Cuisinart. It's just food processed, whatever you want to call that. But so I fill this up about 3/4 of the way, and then we'll fill it with the olive oil. So we can finish that later. But then we need to get all of that out so that you can have. You want to do the Cuisinart, Jack, for the onion?
Sure.
Okay, hang on. Let me get the garlic out.
I have gotten the garlic, like it'll be in a little jar, all minced up.
Don't buy that.
Yeah.
There's citric acid in it. There's
And
yeah.
then
Good
it gets
question.
weird after a while.
And it gets super weird. If you even the jar that's in the refrigerator section, that's the minced garlic, like please don't buy that.
Okay.
It's so yucky. This is a much better shortcut than buying that.
Well, you know what it is.
Yeah, there's preservatives in there and it totally tastes different. Yeah, so we'll do little batches of this.
Some of those jars.
I do. So just, you wanna fill that up maybe and then this one, maybe just 3/4, because then we'll fill it with olive oil.
I have one of those things that chop nuts.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yes,
Ah.
it's absolutely,
Chop nuts and put them in the freezer. Do you put them in oil? No. Just put them in
I put them in cookies and stuff.
say that again, you put it in what?
Cookies
Cookies.
and stuff, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As needed.
yeah. So the reason I'm putting this in here to mince up is that this is gonna be part of our marinade for the chicken. And I want these pretty small so that
Once you get this cut
you're
out.
not eating big chunks of onion. How are you doing over there with the chicken?
Good, I'm like, once you get it cut out, I'm doing good.
Okay. Do you need a helper?
Well, I mean.
Does anyone wanna come help cut chicken?
You're fine.
Yeah, because we need to get
Yeah,
chicken in
that's
the
what I'm
oven, so if
thinking.
we can have a friend come.
The real friend is coming.
A real friend.
She said her friends, so.
Okay.
She made me stink out.
There you go, time to get up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Well, I'm almost done here. No, this is good. I didn't actually, we didn't talk about the size of the chopping, so my fault. Ooh, that's a strong onion.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna start crying. So we're gonna keep this one on vegetables. If you wanna take the knife, you can.
Just one of these.
Yeah. And I'm sure, oops, as you guys know, you always want to keep your meat, knives, and cutting board separate from your veggies. Or at least wash them between, but don't commingle the raw chicken. All right. Let's get rid of this. Okay, let's do the rosemary now. So, there's lots of gadgets. Yeah, we'll just set that aside for now. The garlic. Let's keep this, because we need this, but I'm gonna take these two. Yeah, thank you. All right, there's lots of gadgets. Some of them are called like kale gadgets, where, you know, they kind of help you strip, but rosemary really isn't that hard to get off like the kale is, so I'm just using my fingers. So we're gonna cut these in half, because like I said, these are gonna actually be our skewers.
Yeah, I didn't realize they would be that strong that you could.
Well,
Put it right
for
in the
a little
chicken.
boneless, skinless chicken, you know, cube that you're making,
Yeah.
they will go right on here. What we are gonna do though is go from the bottom for that reason, because from the top, it probably, they won't.
Sure.
But from the bottom, that's more woody, sturdy, that's where we're gonna put the chicken. So what we're gonna do is go, actually, we need to chop these too. You wanna keep chopping? Here, why not, let me cut, so you don't, and then I'll give you the cut. So what we're gonna do is take just from halfway down,
Oh.
I mean, look at that, it's so easy, and then I'm gonna give you a pile.
So, you know what I mean? I mean, once you get the store, like
Yeah,
a third that size, so.
and then we're gonna finally chop these. So what we're gonna do is do this to all of the stalks, and then these are gonna set aside for a few minutes. Then after the chicken's marinated, then we're gonna skewer right onto here.
Are you gonna leave some of the rosemary on the top then?
Yes, and we'll
Okay.
we'll cook it like this.
There you go.
So if you look in the picture, you'll see
Oh, yeah.
that there's,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
so it's so pretty. But even putting the chicken on to the wood of this, I mean, this is, and you can do this with steak. It's so delicious. It's crazy. Highly recommend getting a little tiny rosemary plant. Because that is one, like I said, that transfers really easily in and out. Oh, do you want to do this? Yeah, awesome. Tell me your name. Madeline, nice to meet you. Okay, let's wash your hands over here. Did you want an apron?
Yes,
I never thought about that.
Yeah, those are so nice.
Here's a towel. Awesome. Thanks for coming to help. All right, so you want to stand on this side? And then I'll cut and I'll hand them to you. So what you're gonna do, actually, let me get you another little bowl. So Jack can keep cutting. And you can put your rosemary in here. Okay, so what you're gonna do is about halfway down and just take your fingers and squeeze. And go down, and that's it, and then just dump them in the bowl. Oh, pretty easy. So those I did already. So what you're gonna do, and I'll show you this one. See how the top is kind of the same, because I cut it. But when we take one of these new long ones, so when you're done super chopping, you can put it in the pan. So this one, I cut off the plant. You can kind of see how this is like the top. So this is what we want to leave on there, and then we're gonna go from here and go down. Make sense? Cool. Okay, there you go. So that one you can do. Yeah, this one. So if they're kind of small, I'll just hand them to you, and just find the bottom. See?
Good job.
Good job. That's awesome.
She probably cooks at home.
Do you cook at home with mom? Yeah.
See? Yeah.
So if you squeeze and just keep squeezing, it should go all the way down pretty easy. Yeah, this is one branch that wasn't even at the main.
So actually, the ones that you buy at the store are not gonna be that sturdy or long.
It's crazy.
So
In
you're
the
gonna
end,
get less.
Okay.
So Kelly, is it in a pot or is it brand your rosemary?
Right now it's in the ground. But then for the winter, here you go. I will put it in a pot because it will not make it in an Iowa winter. For there you go. There's 3 herbs that I have outside that will make it. Sage, thyme, and oregano will make it through the winter in Iowa. So I have those in a separate garden in my backyard. And then parsley, basil, rosemary need to come in. If we didn't live in Iowa, we would be fine, but I do it. So when I cut these off, the basil plant, or the rosemary plant, they probably aren't gonna regenerate the stalks. But I did that with the basil when we were making pesto. And there's little baby basil plants coming up everywhere that I actually cut the plant. Like, I cut it at its knees. It's beautiful. So it's not gonna make it through the winter, but it's completely regenerating itself with these beautiful baby leaves. Again, the rosemary, I don't think that's gonna happen. How you doing? Is my little trick working? Oh yeah, these are some of them are tough, yeah. Okay. So the idea is hopefully that each of you get a little sprig. So we're trying to cut these so that everyone gets a little sprig with some chicken on it. Okay, let's.
That it's just.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you. Real, it's just.
So I'm gonna take this and get this going.
You know, and you can also buy, now that I think about it, like garlic, a lot of different things, and like some sort of a squeeze thing, right? And then there's little frozen things you can buy.
No.
No, don't do that either.
The frozen stuff, maybe. I've actually never done the frozen garlic. I've done the frozen ginger where they look like little ice cubes.
Yeah.
Those are pretty pure ginger, just frozen ginger root. I honestly haven't tried the little frozen garlic just because I don't, but I've tried the squeezy, and the squeezy has stuff in it.
Okay.
I mean, try it, taste it. It's really, you got to do what you like.
This is like such a great idea.
But this, you know exactly what's in it and what's not in it, right? Okay, so I think I said maybe like a half a cup. I'm gonna probably pour a cup of this because we're totally doubling and gonna marinate a lot of chicken here. We're gonna put a bunch of this garlic in. And then I'm gonna mix this up. So we've got onion, rosemary, garlic, olive oil. And what we're gonna do with this is I'm gonna take a little bit of this out and set it aside so that we don't put it in contact with the chicken. Because we're gonna cook the chicken, and about halfway through, I'm gonna wanna turn them and brush them a little bit. So I want some fresh stuff. Can I take some stuff? How you doing? Hey Madeline, you don't have to clean up. Why don't you go wash your hands again? Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna put some of this in here. Then I'm gonna pour the rest of it into the chicken. And then if you want to put that in here, and then I'll add it to this. Thank you, Jen. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, and then you could add salt now. I'm gonna add salt now a little bit, and then once we get them on the skewer, so that I know that each piece has a little bit. gonna just take the grinder. Get this. We'll probably get Jack with Rosemary. Thank you.
So I'm sure you know this, but not everybody.
Not everyone what?
Might not know this. I'm on a restricted diet.
Okay.
The first thing, like, they want me to not have any processed food. The
Oh.
first thing they took was salt and pepper. They said table salt is nothing but processed chemicals.
Because of the iodine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so sea salt, and I have to grind it. First
Yeah.
thing they took.
So this is okay for you, okay. No, that's a good point. I only use sea salt and kosher salt. The iodine, like the table salt, is kind of back from the 40s, like after World War II, where people weren't getting a lot of nutrition, and so they were putting iodine in the salt. It's just not needed. And yeah, it's just a chemical that our bodies really don't need. So, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not gonna say do this or do that, but I usually use the sea salt or the kosher salt for that reason. You know what's in there and there isn't added stuff. Okay, can you guys look? Well, no, that's not really, it's kind of a, these cameras are so super cool, so you can see what we're doing if you're not up here, but I don't know if you can really see. The color, okay, it looks kind of weird.
Oh, marinate for at least 15 minutes.
So cool. So we're gonna let this hang out here for a little bit, so. Now, we may not get to 15 minutes on this, because I wanna try to get you guys eating, by 10 to 7, but, we'll let it sit, because it needs to cook for about 12-ish minutes. Okay, does anyone else wanna come up? We need to make the vinaigrette. Let's see. You know what, do you want it, Madeline? You could squeeze the lemons. You wanna do that? Okay, I'll cut them, you squeeze them. How about that? Oh, we got 2. Uh-oh. You know what, sweetie, let me get these on your way. Do you want an apron? No? Okay. Watch out. So that is going in the salad. Yes. Well, we're gonna at least 2 to 3 of those so that everyone gets a little bit.
The onion?
Yeah, we're gonna triple because we've got 6 of the fennel. So we want 1.5 onion. Yep. And if you want, you can just put them back in this bowl and we'll add that to the salad.
Do them all, then just take the.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is make the vinaigrette for the salad. Yeah, no, they're okay.
I didn't know if you
Yeah.
needed an adult doing something else.
Well, I'm gonna cut the lemons and then I'll let them do this.
Okay.
So that should be good. And then we're gonna try the mandolin with this, so you guys won't be on that. I love the mandolin, but I cut my finger sometimes. So we're gonna be really careful with the mandolin, maybe use a knife. Okay, so what we're gonna do with these is just juice them. So what I like to do first is just take the palm of your hand and push down, because it releases the juice on the inside so that we get more of the lemon. Okay, then we're gonna cut in half. Do you guys have one of these things at home? You turn, okay. So it's similar to that, but these are super cool because we're gonna put the lemon in upside down. And actually, let's do this in a bowl so that you don't have to aim in there. Hang on a second. This will be easier. And then you just close it and you have to use a lot of muscle. You got a lot of muscle? Yeah? Okay. And you're just gonna go till you can't squeeze anymore. And then just keep it low so all the juice goes in the bowl. And then this thing catches the seeds and of course the peel. You wanna try? You got some muscle? You wanna try? Okay, let's see if you can get any more. Squeeze hard. Oh, you got a few more drops. Tell me your name again, sorry. Mackenzie. Love it, okay. I'm gonna do a little bit more. See, do you think I can get more out? Maybe? Oh, yeah. A little bit. You guys did a good job.
It's only because she has practice.
So fun fact about lemons. Have any of you had limoncello?
Yes.
So, and this is my limoncello recipe, so I think they're probably all this way, but not guaranteed. There's no lemon juice in limoncello.
Really?
It's the lemon zest of, in my recipe, 12 lemons, no juice.
Wow.
Isn't that weird? Fun fact.
What else goes in limoncello?
It's ancient, what's that saying? Ancient Chinese secret? Alcohol. I'll tell you one of my other secret ingredients is Everclear, not vodka.
Really?
Because, okay, you wanna go first and then she goes second? Okay. Keep it low, there you go. Good.
Wait,
Nice.
I think you got a
That
new
was
technique.
Obviously, you have to be careful, right, because it's the
Right.
higher alcohol content, but the higher alcohol content actually pulls more of the lemon flavor out of the peel, so you actually get a lemonier, is that a word?
Yeah.
Lemonier limoncello by using the higher alcohol.
Wow.
So it really is delicious. My turn? Maybe?
I think they're getting better at their technique. Look at them.
It's hard, I know, but this is a nice contraption.
How fine?
Let's see. Here, let me give you another one. Yeah, I guess kind of fine, but if some of these can be in kind of strips, like my photo. But if you want to dice some, that's fine too, so that there's maybe smaller bites, because it is going to be a raw red onion. You ready for me? You are doing amazing. Oh my gosh. I got nothing. High five, girl. Okay, let's do a couple more, and then I think we might have enough lemon juice here for our vinaigrette. You want to see? What's your name? Maddox. Aw, you're cute. You look like your mama. Do you, or do you look like your dad? I've never met your dad, but I see your mom, and you kind of look like her.
This one's dad, this one's mom.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh, nice one. Were you second or first on that one?
Second.
Really? Good job, girl.
Maybe you try first the next one.
You want to do one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you go first. Okay, 2 hands. Here, let's hold the bowl. Squeeze it together. Oh, you're getting it. I see some juice
I
coming
hear
out.
it.
Good job.
Can I try it?
Good job, buddy.
With that dino power.
Awesome. You want to take one more turn? Thanks, guys. You guys did awesome. Thank you so much. Yay! All right. So we're going to add, I think, most of this into here. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So this is going to be our vinaigrette. So we're going to add some olive oil. I'm going to do about half and half, and then, yeah, that's it. Get the lemons. Yeah, the olive oil salt is so basic, and then kosher salt. Okay, then I'm gonna shake this up. So I like doing my vinaigrettes in these little, not so little, but these bell jars. Reason, you could put it in a bowl and just like whisk it, but I like to put it in here with a top so that I can shake the heck out of it, because what I'm like whipping the olive oil, and then it really becomes, especially like if you're making a balsamic vinaigrette, to do this, to get that olive oil whipped, it just makes a nice rich flavor. I don't know how it does that, but it does, so that's gonna sit there. And then, I think it's been about 10.
Yeah.
So let's give this a stir, our chickens. And then we need to get these in the oven. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take our skewers.
It was very cute. They're clean. Yeah, yeah. It's cute.
Do you want help? Cool. Did you wash?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, let me get it. Okay, I'm gonna just move this over here in case we need it again. Okay, so I'm gonna put some parchment paper down. I like to use parchment paper instead of tinfoil because I just try not to use a lot of aluminum. But it also, things really don't stick to this. It's like a lot better than tinfoil anyway. So I'm just gonna put that down just to help us for cleanup. So what we're gonna do is take the bottom of a sprig, and these are kind of big and excessive, but to make sure everyone gets a few pieces, we're just gonna put like 3 pieces on each.
And some of them will be like little tiny pieces that.
I know, isn't that, how cool is that? So maybe take the bigger ones, or take the ones that are all about that size, so that we can get kind of evenly. And then what I'm gonna do is fold this and tuck it under, and then lay the chicken on the rosemary on the tray.
Cool. Chance to do that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna help you so we can get these in the oven. Okay. And then everyone should get about 3 bites. Now, if you're at home doing this and you've got, you want this for a full dinner, you can cram, 6, 7, 8 pieces on here, doesn't matter, but then you're gonna need to cook it longer. I'm doing 3 pieces, I'm putting space in between so that I know that 10 to 12 minutes, this is all gonna be cooked and ready to eat, so.
Would you do some with some veggies?
You could totally, yes, skewer an onion on here, some peppers.
Pepper. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm already making
Yeah.
a mess.
No, you're fine. Just make the mess on the tray. Okay, so you know what we need to do next, Jack, or how are you doing with the onions? You done? Okay, are you ready for the mandolin?
Sure.
Okay, it's all yours. Because now my hands are all full of chicken, so.
Is this okay? Is this what you wanted?
That's perfect, yep, so we'll, that's good. And we'll just set this aside,
It's more than it asks for, so you know.
well, you did both onions, yeah, so let's keep that over there, we'll keep this over here. And then, yeah, we'll get it later though. If you wanna just put it over there on the stove, because the stove is not on. Yeah, and then we'll get that later. So if you were gonna do, veggies, you might wanna skewer them on a separate sprig,
Right.
because they'll cook differently than the chicken.
They would be pretty to have skewered
Mhm.
chicken and a skewered veggies.
And this is really good on steak, the roast, and actually, my absolute favorite is lamb.
Oh.
That's like, when we do a holiday dinner, it's lamb with a rosemary.
Nice.
So that, and you can really kind of maybe alternate, push them close together. Okay, so I can't give you the things, my hands are full of chicken. It's all cleaned, the guard is still on there, and then there's the thingy.
I appreciated the thing like
So what we're gonna do with the, fennel, there's, think of like a celery root. We're gonna cut the end off of it, and for the salad, we're gonna use all of the white and not the green, but we're gonna keep the green. And if any of you wanna take some of this green home, you're welcome to do that. I'm gonna take some home, dice it up, add it to my ratatouille, or you could throw in the freezer and add it to a stew or a sauce or a soup, in the winter. Are you sure you know how to use that, Jack?
Here's his answer.
There you go. See the light came up?
Did you grow the fennel?
I'm sorry?
Did you grow the fennel?
How cool would that be? I didn't. I bought it. I would love to say that I did, but I did not.
Okay, how thick do you want these?
I want them thin.
Yeah, better. Yeah.
Okay. So
You know what, should we do 4? We have a lot of chicken. Let's try to do 4.
See, then you can see.
Because then you can take home cooked chicken instead of taking home raw chicken. If there's leftovers.
probably be better.
Right?
So there's Grace, and she had like doing and she's 6 foot. That's my niece. Sitting there.
So you want these all trimmed?
So just trim the end off and then cut the whole bulb off.
To about here.
Yep, and then just leave the stalks. Set the stalks back on here because we're gonna keep them, but we're not gonna use them tonight.
Do we have can I have?
That cutting board is a veggie one. You can take that.
So I'm going back to house.
Oh, so this marinade that we made with the rosemary, onion, garlic, little sea salt, this is the perfect marinade if you're gonna do any of those meats, especially the lamb. Lamb loves salt and rosemary. So does
Lamb
steak.
take longer?
So does steak. I'm sorry?
Doesn't that take longer? It doesn't matter because you cut them in the same.
Well, I like it medium rare, so no. It would, it's usually about the same that you would cook a steak. Like depends on the cut. If you get a rack or the little steaks. I'm sorry. Oh, this one is a little flimsy.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are hungry. We have a lot of chicken up here.
There was a lot of chicken, I know. A lot.
No, you're fine. You know what? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just so we can get this made out of this night. Do these and then let's do that.
And then just basically just.
That's awesome. So how did you guys all hear about the class? You work here.
For the programming.
The programming. You saw the digital sign, that's cool, in the lobby.
I hunted back a few months ago, I hunted on the Marion site looking, would there be anything that would, things to do? Because the
good.
library has stuff, but I had to really hunt for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a few clicks to find it, because you go into the events, but then you have to click per date. If you don't know what day I'm on, is there a different way for them to find?
You can search.
I just wanna-
Oh, you can? Oh,
I
okay.
was gonna ask if you're always like the first.
I am
Thursday.
usually the first Thursday.
Yeah, okay, so
I forget you can do per month because it does come up with,
Yeah, it's really nice.
you can do a brochure one too, so that would be, yeah.
Other way. Yep.
Yes, that not this.
Yeah.
Normally.
right.
Nice. Can you show them? Hold that up.
Good job.
It's cool. It's pretty slick. Please don't cut your scissors.
That's nice. Huge.
Jack's my sidekick. I think you've been to every class except the grand opening, haven't you? So at the grand opening, we made 2 dishes. Also, we did. I think we're almost right. Did we count these again?
I can tell you what she did. She did an orzo salad.
But what did we make first? We made the pesto.
Oh, I wasn't in here.
Oh.
I just ate stuff the next day when you brought it in on Monday for me.
We made a homemade pesto with lemon and black pepper, and then we made a caprese pasta salad.
If I
And
only
made-
known about it then, yeah.
We made the vinaigrette with the pesto, so it was a pesto vinaigrette. It was so delicious. And then a beautiful classic Italian lemon apple cake, where you saute the apples in butter, and then you add it to this cake with the lemon zest and the lemon juice. And it's almost like a lemon apple pound cake. It's so good.
So that probably would be online.
So that, okay, I'm gonna pour some here.
I'd like to follow up with the following Monday, she brought a huge bowl in for staff of the salad and our own apple cake for staff to have, because, you know, we were a little busy grand opening day, and kind of give us all a treat, and it was delicious. James was like, yeah, my bowl was full. He was like, that was good. It was really, really good.
That was nice of you.
Well, you know, it was a very
nice to
busy
us.
day for them.
She's
on that
pretty nice
Saturday.
too.
Okay, I'm gonna grab this and get it in the oven, and then,
Do you want me to keep doing these or no?
you know what, I think we're out of space. I mean, yes.
There's only the 3
Or,
left.
you know what?
Just lay them on something all over the screen.
You can sort them, yeah. Okay, I know you all have phones. Can someone give me a 6-minute timer, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Will somebody do it?
Awesome.
Because I didn't figure it out.
Yeah, so those 2 recipes were 2 from my first cookbook. So also on my website, it's it's a digital cookbook. I wanted to start with that just to kind of get something out there. So if there's a link and a QR code to my website that you're welcome to go check out, and there's a table of contents in there so that you can see that, and if you would like to check that out, that would be amazing. And then I'm writing another big cookbook that I have maybe about 160 pages so far, that I'm hoping to get actually published in the next year or 2. So be on the lookout in my spare time. All right. Okay, this is going to be okay, we can do one more person if you want to come and slice some bread. Sorry. You want to? Awesome. Okay, let me get you a clean cutting board. Okay, if you want to wash your hands, and you're welcome to grab an apron if you want. And then I'm going to shift you here. That's all the sprigs. Okay. Yeah. Let's put those in the bowl, and then wipe the counter, and then Maybe we'll just cook that by itself for a few minutes. Okay, hang on just 1 second. I'm just gonna clean out the counter.
Are you gonna have me lay the chicken out, or do you want me to wash my hands?
You know what? Why don't we just ditch the chicken for now?
Okay.
This chicken for now. Yeah, and we'll come back to that.
Do you mind putting this up on my desk?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, yeah.
Okay, so here's your station. Let me get you a bread knife. And then we're gonna cut this into, kind of bite-sized slices. And I'll get you a tray. We'll just slightly toast those.
So like that.
Thinner. Yeah, thinner. Yeah, perfect. And then you can just lay those on there. I think I'm okay. I may call you back up. Okay, so let's get our salad going. So I'm gonna put all the fennel in here. You guys see these? This is pretty slick.
That is nice.
How the mandolin does this. So they are pretty slick. You just need to watch.
So what else can you use that tool for? Like, can you use it for potatoes, for like scalloped
Oh
potatoes?
yeah, scalloped potatoes, slice your cucumbers. Yeah, it's anything that you want to slice thin, or there's even the bottom blade turns so that you can kind of do like a wavy cucumber. So I mean, they're cool. They're cool. They're just dangerous.
But do you adjust the width too?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. There's the second gauge is if you want it wider or
Right.
And we're just doing this thin so that it's a light salad.
How about cheese? Would you slice cheese or get stuck?
Honestly, I've never tried it. You know what I use is my Cuisinart. Because my big Cuisinart has an attachment
That you put.
it's like an outside, and then it like shreds the cheese for you. And if I want to grate the cheese, I use actually the blade that we did with the garlic, so that it, if you want to grate it for sure. Okay, then I'm going to put all the red onions in here also. And I'm going to get our vinaigrette in here. And then we're going to let this sit for a little bit while we finish everything else up. And then the last part of this salad is the cheese. So I use Pecorino Romano, and I'm not going to put it in here yet because I want this to marry a little bit.
Do you get that by leaf?
You can, yeah. I get it at Graziano's in Des Moines, the Italian grocery store. Yeah, that's my favorite store pretty much on the planet. Unless I'm in Italy.
It's Graziano's.
Graziano's. G-R-A-Z-I-A-N. Yeah, it's down by the baseball field in Des Moines, in the East Village. So it's a little grocery store. They've owned it for like 80 years, and it's literally the same little cracker box. Like you walk in and you're just like, it's amazing. But they get everything. Either they make it or they import it from.
Do they have frozen ravioli?
They do.
They do.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
All kinds of frozen.
They do.
Because I used to live in St. Louis, and that's where I.
Oh, St. Louis has amazing.
I get like frozen ravioli.
I think we're good.
And a muffalata.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll let this hang for a minute, actually.
Muffalata.
And then we're gonna get the chicken out.
Oh, so good.
What do you get at Graziano's?
I get a lot of stuff. I like their Italian sausage. I like their frozen pasta. I like the sauce. They have a lot of good seasonings too.
Okay, hot.
Do they have
Licksters, yes.
Because it's the rules they have,
So they have the best Italian sausage
Yes.
So they-
Yes.
on the planet.
It's amazing.
You know what though? Hy-Vee, carries their sausage.
Yeah.
That,
Rock it there.
that came, maybe a few years ago, I don't know.
Package, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Did you say if you're not enjoying?
No, that's perfect, yeah.
Get that cheese somewhere else?
So the cheese, yeah, so I'll show you in a second
What
here.
about the new part? Do they have it? They like new flavor.
They would have Pecorino Romano, so the main difference, so usually you would think of an Italian cheese as the Parmesan Reggiano, but also think about, you're in the grocery store, how many varieties of Parmesan there are?
Yeah.
There's a lot of crap, a lot. It's, you know, yes, I'll leave it at that. If you get an actual Pecorino Romano that says both of those words, it's the true cheese from that region. So it's a Pecorino cheese, but it's from that region of Italy, like Tuscany or what, you know, it's from the region. So there might be a Pecorino, or there is a Pecorino, you know, Sicilian. So that's what that second word is. Pecorino is from a sheep, whereas Parmesan is from a cow. So they do taste very different. Also, the Pecorino being from the sheep, it's actually a lot easier on your digestion. So it does taste a lot different, but if you, and again, I'm not a doctor, so not, you know, trying to tell you one way or the other, but if you do have, you know, dairy issues, the Pecorino is easier on your stomach. Like, you know, if you like goat cheese is the other, I mean, it's a goat, but a little easier than the cow's milk. So,
Okay, since we're talking about stuff like this.
Yeah.
What about olive oil? I know, because I shop at Aldi's. And, you know, if you get the olive oil, but you keep it in a cabinet so it doesn't have the light on it, right? Aren't you supposed to keep it away from sunlight? Keep it away from sunlight. What do you, I mean, you need to go to the Italian grocery store.
you don't have to go to the Italian grocery
Okay.
store. Let me get, here, I'll talk through it as I'm getting the student back in. Okay, so I'm gonna take the marinade that I set aside and just kind of brush this on here.
Well, she didn't quite finish.
And then I'm gonna put a little salt in there.
Yeah. And they might have it tight. I don't know.
Okay, so olive oil.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. On this container here, it says extra virgin
Right.
olive oil.
Yeah.
If it doesn't say that, it's not 100% olive oil. It could be, there could be canola oil or like whatever added into there. And it doesn't necessarily say that on the label. But if it does not say extra virgin olive oil, not robust, not light, no adjectives, extra virgin olive oil, it is not guaranteed to be actually 100%.
Oh, so that's good stuff.
So, you know, if the organic or not,
And the brand really is.
the brand does not really so much matter.
Okay.
You want to focus on the title. If it's actually from Italy and it's actually extra virgin olive oil, they're very strict over there on, you know, think of a grape when they're harvesting for wine. How long, I think it's like 72 hours, that they have to press the olives to make the olive oil. They don't heat it. It's cold pressed. So a lot of the labels, actually the best label, is going, and this one does say, and this is Hy-Vee, extra virgin olive oil, cold pressed.
Okay.
That means there's nothing added and it has not been heated. And it says from Italy. Now you can get from Greece or Spain, that's fine. But it needs to be pure.
Yeah.
To be, no, thank you very much. To not have additives.
What additive you mean with canola?
I mean other oils. So here, I'll tell you a story. Let me get this back in here. They used to, and I don't know what year this was, but a while ago, Okay, can I get another timer for 6 minutes, please? The oil that is in those gas lanterns from like the Paul Revere days, so there are some brands that oil is still used today, and it's added to the crap that is not.
Probably like the Aldi's one, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
The one that's not extra.
I don't know what brand that it is or isn't in. I know that the USDA does not disallow it.
Oh.
And I know that this does not have it in there. Extra virgin olive oil, best is first cold press,
Cold press from Italy.
Yeah, and so, I mean, really just two things. Look at the ingredients. It should just say extra virgin olive oil. If it says any other word, it's got something else in it that's like
I know.
massive. If it has the word refined in front of, even if it says olive oil and it says refined olive oil, it probably has the lantern crap in it. I don't know that for a fact, but refined means it has other oils that is not pure. So you can drink it if you want, but I recommend not to. Okay, so what I have is the cheese. And I'm gonna give one other person a little prize too. So the other thing that I use these wedges for, if you cut off the cheese part, eat it, and then keep the rind, wrap it in like a cheesecloth so that it doesn't melt, stick it in your soup. It will elevate your soup stock like beyond belief. But you need to put it in a cheesecloth because even the rind, it'll melt and it'll make a disaster out of your pot. But if you just stick it in like you're putting it in like a spice satchel, you know, it will make your broth taste unbelievable. So this is, it's almost embarrassing. It's a 5-pound bag of Pecorino Romano from Graziano's. Because I use it all the time, make the pestos, make the sauce. But this is grated Pecorino Romano. So this, from Graziano's, this is what's going in our salad tonight. I did buy this because this is normally how you would see it in the store. Now this is Parmesan Reggiano. So back to that. If it just says Parmesan, it may not, you know, it just, there's so many different qualities. You really want it to say both words, or, I mean, this is the best, Parmigiano Reggiano, because that's the true region from Italy. It's going to taste the best. You can grate it yourself. But if it doesn't say that, you're probably getting a lesser quality Parmesan. But if you actually find, I know this is Parmesan too, the Pecorino Romano, it'll probably be good because there's, even at Hy-Vee, there's like one brand that says both words. There's other brands that, not this one, I forget what it's called. It says Pecorino, but it doesn't say Pecorino Romano. And if you look at the ingredients, it's from a cow. Pecorino's not from a cow. It's like fake cheese. Seriously. So, and it doesn't matter. Like, it's not gonna be bad. You can eat it. It's fine. But I'm just saying, like, if you want, if you want the real deal and you want delicious, authentic, that's what you got.
We're getting educated. So did the cheese come grated or came?
This comes grated from Graziano's.
Yeah. So do you put it in the freezer between your uses?
Yeah. It actually comes, and I didn't bring it, but it comes in a big bucket.
Yeah.
So I, cinch this, put it in the bucket, and it just has its space in my freezer at all times. The big bucket. So I'm putting maybe about a half a cup of this in it because it's so delicious. And then we're gonna mix this up. Madeline, do you want to help again? So what we can do now is start plating this so that when the chicken comes out, we can put chicken on. Okay, why don't you wash up again? So the cheese is also quite salty. So I'm not gonna add, I added a little bit of salt to the vinaigrette, but if you want to add more, or if you want pepper, whatever, you're welcome to do that. But I'm not gonna add any more at this point. Okay, let's get these. And if you want to come over here, and I'm gonna kind of come to the left. So if you want to give me one bowl, I'm gonna serve, and then you can kind of, actually, you know what, let's wipe that off. And then we can lay them out so that when the chicken comes out, we can put the chicken skewers over the salad. It'll be all pretty. And then everyone can eat.
Oh, they have a restaurant too, Graciano's.
They have a deli counter. So, whoops, there you go. You can order sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah, it says pizza.
Yeah.
I don't know about pizza.
Graciano's.
I don't know if they have pizza.
Brick oven pizza.
Oh, then maybe
Well,
they do.
That must be somewhere else.
Oh, maybe this is not in Des Moines. Is Des Moines
They only have the one.
847? Is Des Moines 847?
No, that's Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, that's Graziano's in Chicago.
Where's Graziano's in Chicago?
Well-
847's north, so maybe that's Highwood. That's where I was raised up there. And they have a lot of Italian stores in
Yes.
Highwood, but I don't know if there's a Graziano's or not. There might be.
In Niles.
Nice.
Niles,
Okay.
Illinois.
Yeah. Oh, sweet, okay. Let me get these in for, could you redo your timer for like 3 minutes?
Yep, that was the 6-minute.
Cool, thank you. Or actually like 4 minutes probably. So I'm just putting the baguettes in there just to toast them a little bit, and then you can eat those with your chicken.
Oh, it's so cute. It's just the way people say Louis. They're just tiny different.
Give me a second, I want to cut into one of these.
Look at 4.9. I mean, that's
Make sure this
The ones I have.
Okay, we're gonna do a few more minutes on these. We loaded up this tray a little bit.
I didn't know because she was.
Okay, can someone else, so you're on the bread timer, can someone else give me like, or how much do you have on?
2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Okay, can someone give me like 4 minutes for the chicken? Okay, and then we'll keep going with this. You ready?
Best Italian sausage you can find. They have fresh cut sandwiches. Special sandwich every day. What do they make meatballs there? Nancy?
What?
Do they make
Graziano's has
meatballs?
meatballs,
Do
yeah.
they?
Mhm.
That they make?
That they make.
Yum.
Oh,
There's also seafood in the freezer. They have
Yeah, they've got squid and,
yeah, I love this with
or you could just go to my website and look up my meatball recipe. So I don't have a menu planned for the, what are we in, September? For the October class. So if you have any requests or suggestions, pizza dough takes 2 hours to rise. I do have a fabulous pizza recipe, but we definitely wouldn't have time. But if you have other
Is
requests,
the recipe on your website?
no, it's not. It's going, because it's going in my big cookbook.
Okay.
But I can do a private dinner party for you, and I'll come over and make pizza.
I will take that. Yeah, I know.
So listen, what do we do while it's rising?
Okay, so you know what, Madeline? Let's count.
2 hours.
Where are we?
Drink some wine.
How many do we
Yes. Yeah, I know. Probably the wine in my house was not quite. I'd have to go to Graziano's and get some
Sweet, okay, we
special
only need 3 more.
wines.
Let me get this out of the way.
It really smells good.
Okay, ready? 3 more.
Rosemary.
Thanks.
Yes.
Jack, you're earning your dinner tonight. Okay, then, you know what else we can do while we're waiting for that is, let's get the forks. We're gonna put a fork in each plate. You can kind of like lay it on the salad. Yeah, perfect. Thanks for bringing Madeline. Is that bread? Bread, okay. There's another pack. Good, okay. So then, how about I can hold the tray. Let's see if there's Bring it on. We are ready. Madeline, you've earned your dinner too. Is this dinner or is this a snack?
Is there a timer for this?
Awesome, thank you. You know, we'll finish this, it'll be fine, yeah.
Want me to go the whole rich store? I got 36 seconds left.
You know, let's take the whole one.
Toasty breads in there.
That's okay. Hot, hot. Should we go get this one and then we can walk around? Oh, those are clean. Although they're clean, so it's fine.
It's also. I think that's for bread.
Bread's out.
They're never done the same time. Forget to set the timer.
That had something in it. What is this? Oh, that's right. Okay, so let me get behind you. Thank you. Need one more bread? Oh, that's right. You know how about if I just do this? How about I go like that? So it's still a little bit warm though.
Yes. But they're entertaining.
All right, Madeline, I'm coming in. Ready? Okay, if you guys want to come up here and grab a plate, absolutely, we're ready for you.
Yes.
You know, let me switch places. Well, okay, here. There you go.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Are those napkins for you?
Oh, you know what? Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
I'll set
Yeah,
those out.
thank you.
just remind you.
There you go. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else want the napkin?
Sure.
Oh, perfect, thanks. If you want to just grab a plate and then I'll give you a chicken.
Okay,
There you go. If you want to grab a plate and then I'll give you a chicken.
Thank you.
And the chicken should just slide right off of your sprig.
Well,
Quite
it's
easily.
a pain when you're sitting there and they're sliding.
That's right, and I kept pushing up on it. and it
She
really-
can play, she's like, well, just Jackie.
Well, thank God.
So Nancy, are you a big cook? Huh? Are you a big cook?
No, not a heater.
Can relate to that one.
You know, I'm curious about the salad first.
Nope, sorry. You know what, I can get you another one.
That is really good.
You're welcome. Thank you. How are the first bites?
This is really good.
The fennel salad is really interesting.
Isn't it? It's unique.
But of course, it's also that
The pecorino.
pepperino.
It's so good. It's so good. One more. Okay, this is really hot. Here, you take this. And this.
I love. My goodness.
Did you try the chicken yet?
How is it?
What if you broil the chicken? Do that.
You can absolutely broil the chicken. You just, I would recommend maybe covering the end of the sprig of the rosemary
Oh,
with a little bit of tinfoil so it doesn't burn.
Yeah.
That's why I don't broil it, because with the baking, I had it at 425 and then I actually put it up to 450 at those last 4 minutes. And then the sprig's like brown, but they don't burn in flame, but they,
Right.
with the broiler, it might. Did you get one? There's more here. Here. There's more.
Oh, right.
No, here, actually, and there's more. Here. One more. Well, thank you all for coming. Take your time, enjoy, and please do check out my website and my YouTube. I have over 100 videos on my YouTube of cooking classes that include the recipes. Some of the recipes are also on my website with some photos. So please check that out, and please spread the word that we're here at the library and that I'm here. I'm based in Cedar Rapids, but I do the dinner parties virtually also, or actually I've done the employer team building classes virtually as well. For like a girls' night, I've done some girlfriends in high school that are, they live all over the country, they can get together, so we did a virtual dinner party. So, yeah. And then, especially employers these days where a lot of them have people all over the country, right? They're remote. We can Zoom them in and do the team building events, part local, part virtual as well. So please keep that in mind, spread the word that I'm here, and please come back. Thanks for coming. Thanks.
Yeah, that's.
Did everyone get a plate? There's 2 more plates over here. Oh, Jack, you need one.
Yourself.
great.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna cook the rest of the chicken. I'm gonna give you a doggy bag,
Oh,
So these parchment papers also, I don't know if you noticed this, but they come in rolls like the tinfoil or whatever, but they also come
I love
in
those.
pre-cut squares. I think Reynolds is the only one that has these, but these are like the perfect fit for a
they
utility
are.
sheet. These are the bomb. Because then
I love those.
because then they don't curl up, and it's literally the perfect size.
Oh, you're right, and it won't grow up.
Yeah, well, the trick, so if you don't find these, the trick of the roll is if you go like this, like a wrapping paper, then with the rolled parchment,
Oh, really?
and then it won't roll up. So little
They're
trick
so
there.
frustrating.
I know, and then it'll stay.
And my daughter-in-law told me about the sheets and I haven't gone back.
Oh my gosh, I love the sheets. There is more salad, and I am gonna cook more chicken, but the chicken's gonna take a little bit, but if you want more salad, there's a little bit more up here.
Have you
And
ever
if you-
added to the salad, have you ever added like a little shrimp you like with that, or?
You certainly could, honestly, I've never changed this because it's literally like my grandma served it at the Epiphany. I mean, that's the first time I ever had it, so I just have never changed it.
Well,
But
it's
you
very-
certainly could.
Like, it's a nice compliment,
Yeah.
whatever you.
Usually, like the rest of the Epiphany dinner would be, and I don't know why, it was always meatless, so she would do a meatless red sauce, or like eggplant.
Oh.
Like it's so beautiful. Actually, I think there's a picture on the website. You would stack eggplant like you were making an eggplant parmesan, but you would just do the eggplant, and then you would kind of swirl some pasta with a vegetarian red sauce on top, and then this is on the side. So that's like my memory of an Epiphany dinner.
Would she peel the eggplant?
No.
But definitely put salt or something and try to get some of the juice out of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna cook all this chicken. If you want to stick around for a little bit, I'm gonna literally give it to whoever wants it to take home. So if you want to take some home, save your bowl, because I only have a few more bowls left. Save your bowl and I'll give you some more chicken if you want to take it. And we've got the sprigs of fennel. So if you would like to take some of these, take a couple of these home and try them out.
And what do you do with those?
You like it? Strong?
No,
Um,
make a sandwich.
I would cut the end off, just, like you would the end of any vegetable, but I would use this entire thing. I even use the little, whatever they're called, not hairs, but whatever. Fronds. Oh.
Green things.
Especially if you're gonna do like a ratatouille or or super easy, if you don't want to do the whole ratatouille, you could do fresh tomatoes and this, and then nestle a pork chop in there, and cook the pork chop in the tomato with the tomato juices and the chopped up fennel. That's a beautiful dish. That's super easy, but that's a nice option.
What would it be like to add it to like a caprese salad?
Caprese salad?
Yeah, caprese salad. Put that in there, would that change?
That would fight with the basil. I wouldn't like that.
Suppose I used it and I didn't use basil. Tomatoes, that.
Yeah, you could try that. I just think if you had the basil in it, it would not, they would complement each other. Because it's really, like, this is a very herbaceous vegetable, so like it could replace your herb. Yeah, and add some crunch. The salad that we made, it was orzo with the tomatoes. Actually, we did have some red onion in there for a little bit of crunch, raw red onion, and then the pesto made vinaigrette. And then I tossed that with some fresh arugula. So that gets in with the salad dressing as well. So help yourself if you want to take any of this home. And then for the garlic,
This is for clean.
that is done, yeah. Thank you. So I'm gonna pour a little bit of olive oil in these 2 jars of the minced garlic that we made. So these are ready to, you don't need much, actually I poured too much.
It's like it's as good as your own cooking.
You just need enough to cover it.
Then you just measure it out.
You know, I'm not measuring it, I just poured too much in here and since,
I mean, you want to use the garlic, you just like.
oh, yeah.
Like a
So I would say well, that's not really a teaspoon.
No, you don't want it, it's not.
So like a teaspoon.
A heaping teaspoon is probably gonna be like 3 to 4 cloves. Well, yeah, depending on the size of the clove, but ish, yeah.
So then put those in there.
Yeah, put them in this will last, since we just did this today, this will be fine in the fridge for about 1 to 2 weeks, but then it'll start to oxidize and it'll change its flavor. But this will last in the freezer for literally like 3 to 4 months. And then you just take it out, put it in your fridge to thaw, and then it'll be, you know, your week or 1 or 2 weeks in the fridge. And this is just a lifesaver for
Just a
cooking for time.
olive oil to cover it, did you say?
Yep. Yeah, and I just mixed it in a little bit, just to help preserve the garlic. I use this even to start like a stir fry. I use garlic, so I just go through this a lot, so. So those are yours to take, and then I have one little rind of, and this is just Hy-Vee, because the Hy-Vee at Mount Vernon Road, they cracked their palm wheel last week. So this is the real deal, and it has the rind, so if you would like to try the rind in your soup, that's for the taking. So thank you again, everyone, for coming.
Oh, thank you. It was very pleasant. It was great. I think your first time people will be coming back.
I would love to see you back.
Second time people will be coming back.
So we're not doing, this is it for September, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you have any ideas or requests, just shoot me an email on what we can do for October. I'm not sure if we're doing 1 or 2 classes in October, but it will be, actually October's the 2nd Thursday, because they had a conflict on the 1st Thursday, so it's the 2nd Thursday this next month.
I want one of these.
Oh, the lemon thing? Oh, no, this is just from Target. Like, these are awesome. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, I take this.
Please do.
Mary, you want
We can have it.
No, that's fine.
You guys.
You sure? You guys take it.
All right, because I know.
Somebody should take that
Take some
cheese.
fennel.
You should do that then.
Cheese and fennel,
Take
and you
some
can make
fennel.
minestrone, and it'd be fabulous.
take the fennel because I won't put it. I eat it.
This I will use though, because this I can stick right in the far.
Take some fennel.
Yeah, take some.
Yeah, we can use it as like toppings, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's, if you just cut it thin, it's just, add it to a salad. I mean, it's just a raw vegetable, right?
So are you gonna be cleaning up for a minute?
Oh, yeah.
I wanna talk to you.
Yeah.
I have to go to work or do something in the.
No, you're fine. I will be here for probably, a while.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Did you like the snack?
I'm gonna start resetting the room.
Oh, sure. Jack, you need to take a bunch of stuff home. Make some, there's clean plates over there. Did all these dishes. Thank you.
You're a helper, ladies.
I know, usually I have a couple of girlfriends that come and no one was able to come tonight.
You'll be here till 9 o'clock.
I know, yeah.
So that's where I come in.
Because there's all of this too.
Where does this stuff go?
That's, actually, no, just leave it on the floor, that's the dirty.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna put this in back for Becca
Oh,
to eat.
well, I'll make a couple more,
Who's
because I've
working
got
in
more
kids?
chicken in the,
All right.
oh, Ashley didn't get any either.
Okay.
Yeah, let's put some, can we put them on the, like, one table
Did
here?
Ashley ask for some?
Yeah, yeah.
Cause I was gonna say, she was doing
She's
a
doing a
program
crafty
upstairs,
thing,
but I
yeah.
didn't know. Okay.
Yes. Can you, I can't see, can you I looked it through, because it was falling off my shoulder. Sorry. Okay, I wanted to talk to you. Oh, yeah, hang on, one second.
I was gonna say I have two next, because I'm not working.
Because my daughter's birthday is coming up
Ah,
and might be interested in a birthday party.
oh, fun, yeah, absolutely.
Menu like we did for open house.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've got a million menu ideas that if the kids wanna be interactive. Oh, then yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, then you can do Google or whatever. Yeah. So on my website, it's called a private group class. So it has a lot more information on there, but basically we would just pick a date and I could either come to you or we could do it here if you wanted more people. Yeah, and then we just pick a menu and usually it's like 2 to 3 things, depending on what you make. I've got, vegetarian options, of course, a lot of Italian sausage and a lot of other things. Yeah, and we just kind of custom the menu to what you want to do. I do have like a handful of desserts that that lemon applique that I mentioned is amazing. Stuff like tiramisu needs to sit before you can eat it, so we could do something like that. I'm not like a baker. I'm a chef, and so like I've got a few really amazing desserts. Like I have a dark chocolate braise torte. It's like a really dense flourless cake, but I don't have a whole lot of desserts. But that lemon apple cake is awesome. That's pretty.
Is this ours?
That is yours. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Here's the pouch.
Okay, well, I'll get on mine then.
Yeah, but shoot me an email, and we can, or you're welcome to email me, and then I can give you my cell if you have questions, or we can go by email and
Okay.
yeah, just let me know
Okay, so my
what
name
questions
is
you have.
Delcy.
Elsie?
Delcy.
Delcy. Okay, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Kelly,
It's nice
thanks for coming.
Enjoyed it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I didn't use anything in here.
You what?
I didn't use any of this.
No, usually it's Kylie, and she's obviously on her living her best life. She is.
Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I was gonna wipe down the tables.
I don't even have anything that big. Are you guys gonna take some time?
I don't know.
I don't have any big Ziplocs. Oh, wait, no, we need to make a few more plates. There's some folks upstairs.